Life in China is largely conducted on smartphones. 1 billion people use WeChat, the equivalent of Facebook, Messenger, and PayPal, and much more combined into just one super app. And there are many more.
China is the best place for AI implementation today because the vast amount of data that's available in China. China has a lot more users than any other country, 3 to 4 times more than the US. There are 50 times more mobile payments than the US. There are 10 times more food deliveries, which serve as data to learn more about user behavior than the US. 300 times more shared bicycle rides. And each shared bicycle ride has all kinds of sensors submitting data up to the cloud. We're talking about maybe 10 times more data than the US. And AI is basically run on data and fueled by data. The more data, the better the AI works. More importantly than how brilliant the researcher is working on the problem. So in the age of AI, where data is the new oil, China is the new Saudi Arabia.
And access to all that data means that the deep learning algorithm can quickly predict behavior, like the creditworthiness of someone wanting a short-term loan.
Here's our...
Okay, so I'm going to let this play for another minute or two. Just wanted to briefly say a prime example of the fact while America and most of the world has been asleep, quote unquote, right? China's been taken over. They've been very busy. Their hands are in everything. And definitely a country and a force not to be underestimated by any stretch of the imagination. Go ahead and take a look at this. Please be sure to like and share this video. I'll go ahead and let the rest play and check it out, man. This is the reality, and this is where things are at now and where we're headed within this decade. Part of Agenda 21 by the agenda to be complete by 2030, a certain amount of initiatives, but obviously is going to progress beyond the year 2030. So yeah, have a listen.
Application, and the customer can choose how many money they want to borrow and how long they want to borrow, and they can input their data here, and after that you can just borrow very quickly.
The CEO shows us how quickly you can get a loan.
It has done.
It takes an average of 8 seconds.
It has passed to banks. Wow. Yeah, our job is finished.
In the 8 seconds, the algorithm has assessed 5,000 personal features from all your data.
12,000 features that is related with the delinquency. When maybe the banks only use few, maybe 10 features when they are doing their risk management.
Processing millions of transactions, it'll dig up features that would never be apparent to a human loan officer. Like how confidently you type your loan application. Or, surprisingly, if you keep your cell phone battery charged.
It's very interesting. The battery of the phone is related with their delinquency rate. Someone who has much more lower battery, they get much more dangerous than others.
It's probably unfathomable to an American how a country can dramatically evolve itself from a copycat laggard to all of a sudden to nearly as good as the US in technology.
Like this facial recognition startup he invested in. Megvii was started by 3 young graduates in 2011. It's now a world leader in using AI to identify people.
It's pretty fast. For example, on the mobile device, we have timed the facial recognition speed. It's actually less than 100 milliseconds. So that's very, very fast. So 0.1 second that we'll be able to recognize you, even on a mobile device.
The company claims the system is better than any human at identifying people in its database. And for those who aren't, it can describe them. Like our director. What he's wearing, and a good guess at his age, missing it by only a few months.
We are the first one to really take facial recognition to commercial quality.
That's why in Beijing today you can pay for your KFC with a smile.
Whoa, a lot going on here. Yeah, well, China is definitely one of the leaders. We can debate on if China's number one right now or America is, but it doesn't really matter. It seems that both are leading the charge, specifically for AI technology, and I think that should concern everyone because it's stepping to a different realm of automation where it will change our civil liberties and the freedoms and the daily. I mean, once it's fully rolled out, it's going to change everything. If you agree, please like and share.